Hello, welcome to Sowing the Word Ministries and Conversation about Marriage. My name is Charles Perkins, and the title of this message is, "And the two shall become one flesh," Genesis 2:24. You mean if I get married, I have to make love to only one person for the rest of my life? Now, I don't know if I can have sex with the same person for the rest of my life. Men are predators by nature. We're not supposed to be monogamous. You see, having sex with the same person for the rest of my life would be so boring. Questions and statements like these have become pretty common today. People use this train of thought as an excuse not to get married, or an excuse not to remain faithful once they are married. They have convinced themselves that no one person could possibly fulfill all of their sexual needs. And you know what? They're probably right. You see, when you're only thinking of having your own needs met, then no one can possibly live up to your expectations, just as you can't possibly live up to anyone else's expectations. You see, self-centeredness is impossible to satisfy. Now, the idea that you have to have multiple sexual partners to be satisfied is an illusion. First of all, let me say that most of the time sex is good. There's no argument there. Sex is good most of the time. It's the after sex where the problem starts. For as long as I can remember, for as long as I've been a man, and that's been a long time, as you can tell by this gray beard, for as long as I've been a man, men that sleep around while enjoying the actual act generally feel empty and unfulfilled once it's over. They make lame excuses as to why they have to go as soon as the act is over. They quite often disrespect the woman they've just been with. They go from woman to woman hoping that it will get better, but it doesn't. So women become catch action. They become something to do until something better comes along. Now, I don't think I've ever met a woman that enjoys simply being a booty call in someone's phone book. Or as men used to say when I was a kid, they would refer to women as peanut butter because she spreads so easily. Now, I don't know any woman that wants to be thought of that way. Now, sex is not bad. In fact, it's good. God made it that way. God made sex as both a means of procreation and a means of expressing love. It's when sex becomes a goal or an end in itself that is a problem. The people who make sex a goal will not be satisfied very long, if at all. We get back to self-centeredness. They're just looking for someone to satisfy their needs. See, when you're seeking sex just for the sex, you're all about yourself. You might as well masturbate. That's all you're doing. You're just using someone else to help you in your self-gratification. Now, the thing about sex in marriage, the thing that makes sex in marriage so great, is that it is not the goal any longer. It's a means to a goal. Love, intimacy, closeness, oneness, these are the goals. As your relationship becomes more intimate, sex becomes an overall lifestyle of love, romance, and intimacy. You love going to sleep together. You love waking up beside each other. The touch of her skin, as she lays close in your arms, the warmth of his breath on the back of your neck, the way you seem to fit so perfectly in each other's arms. These are things you grow to appreciate. You quite simply love the way your spouse smells on you. You see, when sex becomes the natural result of the love that you share, the intimacy that you have, the oneness that you've developed, it doesn't grow old. Ever. It does not grow old. When you learn to make love with each other 24 hours a day in big ways and little ways, but always, it doesn't grow old. Sex becomes a part of the overall love affair. it doesn't become the whole thing. It's no longer a performance. Sex is an expression. Instead of seeking self-gratification, you begin to truly enjoy one another. You begin to truly want to please one another rather than yourself. Even during those times when you can't have sex, you can still make love. The way you think about one another, the way you look at each other, the ways you touch one another, the way you connect with one another. Making love is a continual process that goes way beyond sex. Foreplay is a lifestyle. Romance is a state of mind. Now remember, love is a choice. Desiring someone is a choice. You can desire someone as deeply as you want to. And when you choose to desire your spouse at that deepest level, there's no room for anyone else in your bed, and you don't want to be in anyone else's bed. See, it's up to you to control your choices. Choose to love your spouse. Choose to desire your spouse. Choose to enjoy the lifelong adventure of making love with your spouse. That's God's way.